This video is sponsored by Card Trader, a global marketplace where you can buy and sell TCG cards like the Pokemon trading card game. And you can also check out PTCGLstore.com, a great place for you to buy Pokemon TCG code cards. The links will be in the description below. Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Mega Charizard X EX from the Phantasmal Flames expansion set. Yes, it's here, and I tell you, this free Mega Charizard build does not disappoint. Mega Charizard X EX has a whopping 360 HP, it has 2 retreat costs, and it is weak to water, being that it is a fire type this time around. And it has an amazing attack called Inferno X. For 2 fire energies, you can discard as many fire energies as you want from your Pokemon, and this attack deals 90 damage times the number of energies you discarded this way. So with enough energies, this attack has the potential to one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. So how do we attach energies to our Pokemon? Well, we have the new ORICORIO EX. It has the Excited Turbo ability. As long as you have a Fire Mega Evolution Pokemon EX in play, you can attach as many basic fire energies from your hand to your benched fire Pokemon. So this ability requires a lot of fire Pokemon in play and of course a Fire Mega Evolution Pokemon EX. We do also have a copy of Charizard EX. It has the Infernal Rain ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 basic fire energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So with this, you can charge up your Pokemon even more. But of course, you can also use this to attack, especially late game. The more prizes your opponent has taken, the higher the damage. And you only give up 2 prizes instead of 3 from the Mega Charizard EX. As for our other attackers, we also have Reshiram. We're going to use this more for its Burning Flare attack. For 4 fire energies, it deals 240 damage, which is an exceptional damage. However, this Pokemon also does 60 damage to itself. And of course, we have Chiyu, which can deal as much as 140 damage. For the Ace-Spec card, we have Precious Trolley. This allows you to search your deck for any number of basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. This is great for setting up your board. As for the other cards worth noting, we have the new Fire Breather Supporter card. This allows you to search your deck for up to 7 basic fire energies and put them into your hand. With this, you can have more fire energies to attach with ORICORIO EX. And then we also have the new Stadium Battle Cage. This prevents all damage counters from being placed on benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, by effects of attacks and abilities from the opponent's Pokemon. This is such a great stadium which finally counters super annoying cards like Munkidori, Dusknoir, or even Dragapult EX. However, just keep in mind this only works to protect your bench Pokemon and not the active Pokemon. This pre-constructed deck is actually super strong on its own. You can counter water type builds with Charizard EX, but against everything else you can pretty much just knock out anything with Mega Charizard X EX. If it wasn't for that 3 price liability, this would be really awesome. And I gotta say, the consistency was a bit off, I think, with this build, but besides that, I think it's a pretty powerful deck. But what do you guys think of this build? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Mega Charizard X EX. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. I'm going to start this one with Charmander in the active spot. We also have ORICORIO EX. My opponent's going to mulligan 3 times, and I see that they also have the Dusknoir lineup in their build. And we can draw 3 extra cards from their mulligan. And I am going first in this matchup, which I do prefer. And for our first draw, we got Mega Charizard. So next turn, I can use Rare Candy, fully evolve. But it requires 2 energies to attack, so I'll just attach an energy to Charmander for now. It should be safe in the active. I don't think my opponent can attack on their first turn going second. And they are starting with Baniri. So this is probably the new Mega Lopuny EX, which I think is pretty cool too. You can attack for a lot of damage for just 1 energy. They're going to put Jamming Tower into play. And they're going to Jet Energy Klefki. Loki, I totally forgot this even existed. It has an ability that turns off all basic Pokemon's abilities while it's in the active spot. So we can't really use ORICORIO this turn, but that's okay. We're just going to evolve into our Mega Charizard, use Lily's Determination, and we got the energy that we need to attack here. And we even got a Charmander. So what I'm going to do is just attack with Inferno X. And all we need to do is just discard 1 energy to deal 90 damage to knock out their Klefki, and that's going to get us our first prize. So we got Dawn. And next turn, we can use Fire Breather to get us 7 more energies. And then we can use ORICORIO, attach those to our Pokemon And even if my opponent evolves their Pokemon into Mega Lopunny EX, despite having a lot of HP, we can just easily knock it out. Okay, they're going to start to set up their Duskull or Dusknoir lineup. And there's the Mega Lopunny EX. And they're going to use Enriching Energy. So Gale Thrust is the dangerous attack. But Enriching Energy just allows them to draw 4 cards. It's not the A-Spec card that reduces the price card you get. So they're just going to attack for 60. We got Charmeleon. Let's go ahead and use Fire Breather. And why? It's not letting me get the energies. Oh, come on. PTCG Live has another glitch, guys. I can only get 1. Fine. I'll just get 1 then. I guess we're not gonna get a knockout here. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go and use Pokegear. We got another Fire Breather. But no, we're not gonna get a knockout here, guys. Thanks to PTCG Live. I'm checking everything. There's no abilities or anything that prevents that. So it's the glitch. It's a glitch, guys. Anyways, I'm just gonna use Inferno X. I'll just discard 1 energy, soften up this Mega Lopunny EX. Maybe we can knock it out next turn. Hopefully it's just a one-time thing. We can use Fire Breather next turn and get more energies, hopefully. But my opponent fully evolves one of their Pokemon into Dusknoir so they can put 13 damage counters to one of our Pokemon. And they could probably finish off our Mega Charizard, to be honest with you. No, they're going to target Charmeleon. Okay. So they get a prize, or we get a prize because they knock out their own Pokemon. Battle Cage will actually help out in this matchup. I should have just put that into play last turn, but that's okay. They're going to Gale Thrust. Okay, we survive with 60 HP. 230 damage. Pretty significant, actually. For a single energy, pretty strong. Alright, finally, Fire Breather is working. We got all the energies that we need. I'm just going to recover these with Super Rod. Draw 3 more with Flip the Script. And I can put Reshiram into play and Chi-Yu. I could use a single price attacker maybe to finish off their Mega Lopunny. I'm going to put Battle Cage into play in case they start to use their Dusknoir lineup. And we're just going to charge up our Pokemon here. And that should be enough for now. So with Inferno X, we got 18. Yeah, all we needed to discard is 4 to get 360. That should be enough to knock out their Mega Lopunny. There it is, 360 damage for a one-hit knockout. And we got 3 prizes for that, guys. Mega Charizard X EX is super awesome, guys. Super awesome. But with 60 HP left, it's practical to just discard its energies. My opponent's just gonna knock it out anyways. So they're gonna get 3 prizes for that, but we're ready. And they're just gonna attack. So they will knock out our Charizard. You're gonna get 3 prizes for that, and yeah, this Reshiram can actually deal enough damage to knock out their Lopunny. So we're just gonna knock it out, get our last prize, and there you have it, guys. Good game. Moving on to our second match. This time I'm gonna start with Cleffa in the active spot. My opponent's starting with Seviper, and they will be going first in this matchup. And that's okay. We just take it slow. We can use Lily's Determination to draw into more cards on our first turn. And of course, Cleffa to help us draw into more cards. So my opponent's using the Secret Box A-Spec card. Very powerful card indeed. They have to discard 3 cards from their hand, but that allows them to search their deck for 4 cards. An item card, a tool card, a stadium, and a supporter card. Alright, they're gonna use Nest Ball. They can set up another basic Pokemon on their bench. And they're gonna go with Carvanha. I believe this is the one that evolves into a Mega Pokemon. I can't think of it right now, but I'm pretty sure of it. Alright, now it's our turn. There's really not much to work with in our current hand, so I'm just gonna use Lily's Determination. We got Charmander, and we even have Precious Trolley. So I'm just gonna set up these guys. So we got 2 Charmanders, Oricorio EX, Chi-Yu, and Pheasantipity EX. I'll just attach an energy. I'm gonna thin out my deck just a little, and we're going to Grasping Draw. Alright, so for next turn we got Ultra Ball, we have Rare Candy. So we can fully evolve into one of our Charizard and start attacking next turn. And there it is. It is Mega Sharpedo EX. Really cool Pokemon, actually. So with a quick look up, Mega Sharpedo EX, it has 2 attacks. The first one, it deals 70 damage and it can draw 2 cards. But its second attack also deals a lot of damage, but it requires that Mega Sharpedo has damage counters on it. So very powerful Pokemon, actually. So they will take a knockout against our Cleffa. I'm just going to pivot into my Charmander. Use Flip the Script, draw 3. We got Mega Charizard X EX. So we're going to use Rare Candy, fully evolve, but we need more energy. So we'll fully energize its attack. Can evolve into Charmeleon. Set up another Charmander. And I'm thinking just to draw with Lily's Determination. Ooh, we only have 1 energy. I mean, with Superior Energy Retrieval, I could get 1 more. I could knock out this Mega Sharpedo with 4 energies. But I don't want to leave my Mega Charizard defenseless in the active. It's tempting, but I think I'm going to go at it slow. So I'll just discard 1 energy with Inferno X, deal 90 damage, soften up this Mega Sharpedo. Should be able to knock it out next turn. Ooh, they also have Ghastly. I'm assuming they also have Mega Gengar EX in this build, which reduces the price taken if we knock out their Pokemon with EX Pokemon. Okay, that makes this matchup a little bit more dangerous, actually. But I like the concept here. I might actually borrow this, if ever. So Mega Sharpedo EX deals a lot of damage, and then your opponent only takes 2 prizes. But they're going to use Wally's Compassion to full heal Mega Sharpedo EX. But that's okay. We have Fire Breather. We can get more energies to just one-hit knock out this Sharpedo. I'm gonna go ahead and use Fire Breather. Alright, it's working this time. We got 4 energies in the deck. But that should be enough to get a knockout against this Mega Sharpedo, actually. And I'm just going to attack with Inferno X. And I'm going to discard 4 energies. Or actually, let me reserve 1 energy to Charmeleon. I'll discard 1 from the active. And we're going to deal 360 damage to one-hit knockout their Mega Sharpedo EX. Yes, we get our first 3 prizes. I don't know, there's something about Mega Charizard X EX that makes my blood boil, guys. It's super, super strong. And I love it. Yeah, you give up 3 prizes, but there's something about it that makes me really happy. But anyways, my opponent finally evolves their Pokemon into their Mega Gengar EX. So even if we knock out their single prize Dark-type Pokemon, we cannot take any prizes because it reduces the price we take by 1. I mean, we have boss's orders. I could just target their Mega Gengar EX, get 1 prize for it, and then move on from there. So they also have Toxtricity in play now. They can start energizing their Pokemon. And I see the concept here with Toxtricity. When it accelerates an energy from their deck to one of their dark type Pokemon, it puts that 2 damage counter. So it does fulfill the prerequisite for Mega Sharpedo EX. While it has a damage counter on it, the second attack can deal a lot of damage. But they're just gonna pass. Okay. I think this is a good opportunity to just finish off their Mega Gengar EX. So I'm just going to use boss's orders to target Mega Gengar, attach an energy to power up our attack, and then we're going to use Superior Energy Retrieval to get more energies from our discard pile. And we're going to attach them with ORICORIO EX. And we're just going to attack. Inferno X. Discard 4 energies, and we're dealing 360 damage to knock out their Mega Gengar EX. Man. Mega Charizard X EX is super awesome, guys. Here comes another Mega Sharpedo EX. They have 5 prizes to go. I don't know if they can catch up, but we have the means to evolve into another Mega Charizard, or even just a regular Charizard EX. We can deal a lot of damage because, I mean, not really, because they only took 3 prizes. So they targeted ORICORIO. We have another one in our hands, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and use Superior Energy Retrieval. All we need is 4 energies, guys, to deal 360. Pretty insane. So we're just gonna go with that. We have all the energies anyway. We don't even need ORICORIO. And we're just gonna finish off this Sharpedo. And we're gonna get our last prize to win the game. Alright, awesome showcase, good game. Alright, let's move on to our third and final match. I'm gonna start this one with Chiyu in the active spot. My opponent's gonna mulligan once, and I will be going first in this matchup. I can draw 1 extra card from my opponent's mulligan, and we got an Arven, okay. And they're gonna start with Dunsparce. There's really not much to go with in our opening hand here, so I'll just attach an energy, and I'll get Arven with this Pokegear. I'm just gonna end my turn. I can probably just get Precious Trolley next turn with Arven. Okay, never mind. My opponent's gonna use Iono. Okay, we got our Arven back at least. We also got ORICORIO EX, and we even have Lily's Determination to help us draw into more cards. For now though, my opponent has Fan Rotom. They're going to use Fan Call, and that's going to allow them to set up 1 more Dunsparce and 2 Baniris on their bench. This looks to be another Mega Lopuny EX matchup, which I'm okay with actually. So now it's our turn. We can put ORICORIO EX into play, use Arven, but our Precious Trolley is prized, guys. So I'm going to go with the next best thing. I'll just get Nest Ball. At least we can set up 1 Charmander here. And then I'm going to use TM Evolution to evolve it into Charmeleon. So we'll be ready to evolve into our Mega Charizard X EX on our next turn. Draw into more cards with Lily's Determination. And then hopefully we can start knocking out our opponent's Pokemon. And with Mega Charizard's HP, I don't think Mega Lopuny EX has the means to one-hit knock it out. And there it is. With the Ultra Ball, my opponent gets Mega Lopuny EX. And it's the Gale Thrust that's actually pretty dangerous. Its second attack is unblockable, but it only deals 160. Once again, my opponent uses Iono. They're going to set up Duskull. And with Jet Energy, they will switch their Mega Lopuny from the bench to the active, increasing their Gale Thrust attack to 230. And they're going to search their deck for the Dunsparce. And I can see the concept here, which is actually pretty awesome. So the Dunsparce shuffles itself back to the deck while drawing 3 cards. So really, each time you attack with Mega Lopuny EX, you just retreat it into the Dunsparce, and then you can basically shuffle it back into the deck, put Mega Lopuny back into the active, keep attacking for 230 every single turn. Anyways, they're gonna take a knockout against our Chiyu, so they get their first prize. At least we have Ultra Ball still, so we can still get Mega Charizard EX out here. But there's no way for us to draw into more cards to get energies without having to sacrifice other cards in our hands. So I'll just evolve into our Mega Charizard X EX. And then, you know what, guys? I'm probably just going to take it slow. They did knock out one of our Pokemon. Maybe we can get Pheasantipity. So I'm just going to get TM Evolution as like a fodder, so we can discard it. But I feel like I need to use Battle Cage here to prevent them from putting damage counters to our Pokemon with their Dusclops or Dusknoir. So let me get 2 more energies with Earthen Vessel. Discard these 2. I'll get Pheasantipity EX. Flip the script for 3. And I mean, we have an Ultra Ball. Okay, this is really not much to go with. I could use Ultra Ball. I'll need the energy to retreat my Mega Charizard. So I'll discard these 2. I'll get Cleffa. And I'm just going to retreat. I don't know what I did there, but it didn't work out. So I'm just going to draw 7 more cards. We got Boss Orders. And we have Superior Energy Retrieval for next turn anyway. So we can use that to recover our energies. And start taking knockouts even against this Mega Lopuny EX. Okay, there goes another Dunsparce. Enriching energy to help them draw 4 cards. So they have a pretty strong draw support in this build. I really like the concept of it though. Okay, they're going to set up another Dunsparce. And they're just going to use Gale Thrust normally. It doesn't take much to take out Cleffa, so they deal 60 damage. They take another knockout. I'll just pivot into Pheasantipity EX in the active. That way we can accelerate more energies to our Mega Charizard. We'll recover energies with Superior Energy Retrieval. Attach 1 to Pheasantipity so that we can retreat it. Attach a bunch of fire energies to our Pokemon, and we have enough to actually knock out this Mega Lopuny. We even have flipped the script to draw 3 more. So we'll just retreat. And yeah, I'm just gonna attach 1 more energy here. Inferno X. And I'm just gonna discard all 4 of these energies. Deal 360 damage. Take a knockout, and we get our first 3 prizes of the game. All right. So we're pretty good here. If anything, even if my opponent manages to knock out my Mega Charizard, I have Arven, I have Rare Candy. So they're not going to use Iono. They have Hilda, so they get an energy and an evolution Pokemon. There's Dusknoir. And they're going to use Cursed Blast. 130 damage or 13 damage counters. We get 1 prize for that because they do knock out themselves. We got Precious Trolley. So once again, Battle Cage. It only protects your bench, guys. It doesn't protect the active, so my opponent was able to put those damage counters. Enough to soften it up for Mega Lopuny EX's Gale Thrust, knocking out our Mega Charizard EX. Not too bad of a combo, actually. Not too bad. So they don't need to knock out the bench Pokemon. They just need to knock out the active. And knocking out Mega Pokemon, again, nets them 3 prizes. And you know what, guys? Since my opponent only has 1 prize remaining, I could even use Charizard EX, the Terra Pokemon here. So what I need, though, is energies into my deck. That way, once we activate Infernal Rain, we can get them. So we'll just evolve our Charmander. Infernal Rain allows us to get these energies, attach them to our Pokemon any way we want. We'll fully power up Charizard EX. We even have Air Balloon. And you know what? We have enough firepower to knock out this Mega Lopuny EX with Burning Darkness. And that's going to get us our last 2 prizes to win the game. Alright, good game. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel. And until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.